I'll do. So it's been a good week since I've posted. I had my 60th birthday last week. The channel is going nowhere. You know, I've had a few emails and people asking me whether I'm all right. I am all right, yeah. I've had a bit of man flu, a cold, heavy cold. Sleep's not been so good. Bane of my life. Thanks to all people who have recommended things. You know, but I've had a week off from the gym and walking, and that was helping a lot, to be honest. One or two people asking me what I do. Well, apart from being a YouTuber, international best-selling author, and pizza delivery man on occasion, I'm also now an unpaid counsellor. And the reason I'm going to mention this is, if I am talking to you now or giving you advice or trying to help you the best I can, please believe me when I tell you not impacting on me. Daz, I know you worry, mate, but it helps me. Helping people helps me with everything I do, yeah? So if you're out there now, I'm talking to you or anything else, you're not putting on me. I enjoy doing it, and if I help people, I will. Okay? Interview-wise, starting to come together now. Got a bit of a schedule, got a cracking interview this weekend. I will be posting. It's going to get a bit fiery. Me and the dude I'm speaking to is an ex-squaddy. I've been wanting to speak to an ex-squaddy for a long time. Combat experience, PTSD, you know, why we've got squaddies on the streets and all that. And men and your mental health. Following weekend, ex-prison officer. Listen, I've spoke to this guy for 5 minutes. We had a laugh. He's one of these prison officers, watched the channel, read my book, thought he'd give it a go, went in, give it a go. And now he's not giving it a go anymore. It's going to be, it will have some, you know, some serious lessons to be learned for prison service. But it'll be a laugh, probably be quite sweary, but it'll be a good one to watch, you know. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the following weekend, I'm hoping to interview a young lady who has been through the mill, was alcoholic, and, you know, he's trying the best to make a change for herself and, you know, get back in touch with her family and things like that. Yeah, sorry, the second interview, that's going to be funny. Yeah, so we're getting there, guys. So, like I say, helping people helps me. I've got an article here. I'm just going to read this. I'll tell you my opinion. Well, I'm not going to tell you my opinion. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to let you read it and make your own opinions. What I will say, I don't need to read all the article. I might take little bits out of it, so excuse me. I ain't got my glasses. There's a lad. He's missed his bus. Yeah, missed his bus stop. Gets off the bus. He is approached by a guy. Racist words and language are used. This guy was with another group of lads. He's been approached by 4 of them. 2 who have never been identified yet. And basically they give him a beating. Sustained attack, punched to the floor, kicked. He's hit with a bottle. Bottle's used as a weapon. Don't mind that it's a knife, a bottle or whatever, it's a weapon. He's hit with that bottle over the head. He did have an injury to his head, and then he's stabbed with that bottle or parts of that bottle. After the attack, was in and out of hospital for 3 months. It is going to affect your mental health if you take a beating like that. Unprovoked, sustained attack. The witness impact statement said he thought he was going to die. Yeah, that's no joke, that. Like I say, beaten with no reason, attacked, bottle was used as a weapon, and racist words and language were used. A little story now. A very good friend of mine. He was in a nightclub with his missus. A bit of an altercation with a bouncer. They left. Yeah. Side entrance or whatever. Anyway, he ended up in a bad place. The bouncer come out with a couple of other bouncers, and he was challenging him to a fight. Now my mate is an handy lad. He declined. However, he got pushed, got into a position where he had no choice. The other bouncers were trying to stop the lad who was challenging him from challenging him. But they ended up having a fight. It was a fist fight. My mate got the better of him and put him down. No kicks to the head, you know, no continued beating, an exchange of punches, knocked him to the floor, and away you go. The bouncer grassed him up. His report to the police, video evidence was provided. The police questioned him. He was cautioned and later no charges to answer. They saw the footage. They got witness statements. One of the bouncers supported my mate and said, look, you know, he did nothing wrong really. All well and good. Great outcome. A couple of months later, police turned up again and he was charged because the lad he'd had the fight with was a black lad, and he said that he'd used racist language towards him. Yeah. Now, it all got very naughty, looked like losing his job, going to court, prison sentence and everything. At some point, sense prevailed or whatever, and he escaped prison. But it was a very dodgy time. So, a fair fight, no charges to answer to. Adding racist words and language. Yeah, a racist incident, a racist attack is racist, whoever is committing that attack. You know, white, brown, black, whatever colour, you use racist terms, language, it is a racist attack. Yeah? So, I'll read a little bit of the article now. But what we have to remember as well is this lad who's had a beating, 3 months in and out of hospital, it's going to affect your mental health. His family are going to be concerned. And then you have a wait 2 years for Crown Court for an appearance or whatever. That is a bad time. Nerves are going to kick in. I've interviewed people who have helped to prosecute some bad people. You know, it's not a good time. You don't get treated well. Court don't treat you like a victim. You know, barristers or solicitors, whoever's questioning you, you know, it's harsh, it's ruthless, it's going to be sleepless nights, stress and worry. And if you're a victim, you shouldn't have that. If you're a victim of crime, you shouldn't be worrying and have stress and that building up to a court case, but it's going to happen. So, they went to court. 2 men, like I said, 2 weren't identified. 2 men who took part in a terrifying and traumatising group attack on a man in Levershulme have narrowly avoided jail. No jail. Yeah? There's another article in the same week, same paper, Manchester Evening News. 2 guys have basically beat someone. One of them had a weapon. The weapon weren't used. Beat someone and robbed him. So it's a robbery as opposed to a racist attack. Yeah? They got 6 years each. 2/3 to serve. 4 years in prison. Right, the 2 guys here, we don't need to mention them. Pinned comment, I will put the article. Admitted to each playing a role in a brutal attack on a stranger who thought they were trying to kill him. 22nd of June 2020. This has just been in court now, so it's a long wait to try and get some justice. The court heard out a group of 4 men, of which the defendants were 2, smashed a beer bottle on the victim's head and used the shards to try and stab him while kicking and punching him in an horrific attack. Both men pleaded guilty to charge of violent disorder. See, pleading guilty, for me, in this, it's a racist attack. Yeah, and a weapon was used. And was sentenced yesterday at Manchester Crown Court. Presiding, Mr. Recorder, Usher, said the pair were both young men who had a realistic prospect of rehabilitation. And, despite the serious and sustained assault, and therefore could be given suspended sentences. Like I said, pinned comment. For me, it's all wrong. You go on to read it. Very, very wrong. No justice for that guy. No justice for his family. And it sends out a bad message. It really does. But it seems to be the way we're going in this country. However, moving on. Like I say, I'm back. I'm going to motorbike show tomorrow. A bit of a day off. I'll vlog with Stephen. Thursday and Friday, I've got content for them, a couple of good vlogs to do for you. And we've got some interesting people to interview. So thanks for your continued support. People who support me on Patreon, people who bought me a brew, everyone who has contributed to the channel. I'm going to get back on it now, guys, like I say. Thanks for coming. I'll see you there.